Yo, what's cracking? It's the owl. Sheesh. This video is about the University of Hamburg. It's about adult education. It's about lifelong learning. It's a bit about magic. And it's about a we feeling. You know, that you feel connected to a certain group. And I had this seminar from Friday to Sunday, so from Friday until today, with Professor Barov. And we were talking about Scandinavia, we were talking about lifelong learning, adult education, working with people with disabilities, and the schooling system in Scandinavia. Very interesting stuff. And we had a lunch break also with our professor. I had a walk with a very good friend of mine, a very good colleague from university. Her name is Lika. And she was, by the way, painting me something, which I now put into my van. When I was presenting my stuff here, hello? When I was presenting this stuff, and when I was scribbling down everything onto the flip chart, and boom, she made that one for me. Isn't that like king? It's more than that. I put it here so that reminds me of my spiritual path. It reminds me of Lika. And so this is how it goes. This is how it flows. The owl is back in the building. Owls actually produce a lot of shit, but they have a tremendous amount of knowledge. And this is what I am. This is what I have, This is what I do. So this is why I also, I could do live videos, but I sometimes like it to keep it analog, like anal. What? I would work with an overhead projector, and I would write everything down with pencils and show you that. And I would also do a PowerPoint presentation, keynote presentation. I would use some software, or you can do it all. But psychological scene and pedagogically seen, it makes way more sense to write things actually down with your own hands. All right, you use pencils. You write actually things down, and you present your things like that. What is magic, Jan? And what do you talk about here? Like I said, lifelong learning. Basically, that's also what our professor told us. Once you have my father's in calling, but I call him back in a minute. Once you have the Ph.D, once you have the professor, you're pretty much free to do anything. And it's not a question of, hey, you can't become this, you can't become that. So what am I trying to figure out here? Lifelong learning. So from the standards scene, you should follow up, and you should continue and end your process, by the way, so to say, in the university within 6 semesters for the bachelor, 4 semesters for the master, which makes like 5 years. But I took 6 years to get my bachelor, to get all the shit done, because I was doing all the things in my mind. And then with the master now, I went to clinic, I went to the psychotherapist, Dr. Utu, Dr. Sonja Krüger, clinic at Ph.D. And these experiences supported me. in what I'm actually doing. So obviously, I should not study too long, but within lifelong learning, so to say, I mean, you have a lifetime to study whatever, And once you tap into magic, and once you tap into urine therapy, Shivan Mukalpa, and Falun Dafa, Falun Gong, you just see things in a different light, because you stop, food comes to you. Nobody should be starving, If it's done consciously, you would call it fasting. But not many people have the spiritual capacity, so to say, to do that. So the basic needs for education, healthcare, basic needs for food supply, shelter, warmth, all these things you find basically also in black music and hip hop. And Cannibus is a great artist. I was listening to his album Melatonin Magic the last few days. And I would present, Melatonin Magic at the University of Hamburg to my students. But I'm not even a Ph.D. yet, or a professor. But probably I will become that, Once you put enough energy and effort into it, the people who are interested in, they will come. So this is also my stage here, but more than that, like I said, it's about I know I haven't said that here, but I'm going to say it one more time. It's about the core values that you cultivate in your light being, so to say. So, and this is what Falun Gong is doing. This is what Falun Dafa is doing. You cultivate yourself in the root values of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. So, forbearance. These core values help you to attract metaphysically all good things from the universe. Or let's say all the truthful things from the universe. And you will probably tap into your magical side. You will probably tap into darkness. But this is where you find the real light. This is where the real magic is happening. So this one, like I said, is to the seminar that I had on the weekend, to Professor Barov, to Lika, to Mona, to Massimo, to the others I don't remember. But it has been a great experience here. So, what to say? My father's birthday is today, and I was presenting something about consciousness at university. It's about self-actualization, self-discipline, selfless, but self-realization, so to say. Why are these things important? Because if we talk about people with disabilities, if we talk about adult learning, if we talk about adult education, if we talk about lifelong learning, I would tell you it basically boils down to the cleanliness of your senses. Because this is how you see and sense the world. This is, you learn all the time, basically. Certainly you have certain periods in the day where you are more awake or when you're more asleep. And you can mix your own alchemy through that. Some people like to drink alcohol at night to make them sleep better. I take melatonin pills since a few days. And they match me good. I also take the benzodiazepines. have to get off these ones, but I'm good in a good setting, you know. I also take the SSNRIs, selective serotonin and noradrenaline reuptake inhibitors, venlafaxine, and I take olanzapine, you know. But this video is, like I said, about the magic that you do, that I do, in order to, you know, bring back basically everything that which was already here. So, I could also talk, you know, what I talked about in the presentation. I was talking about, you know, people with disabilities. First of all, it's not people with disabilities. You are disabled if you can't understand these people. You know, we could talk about genders and how to use certain words, and then you cannot use certain words. So, critical consciousness is basically what magic, so to say, can do. What is magic? Magic is imagination, you know, the image that you present yourself with. Lika, do you see yourself in the mirror? You know, the mirror is always taking place. That's what many people don't get. Take a look in the mirror, but I look at the stranger. You know, it's not always when you, it's not only when you do videos, when you watch videos. It's happening all the time. You mirror yourself all the time in all things. And sometimes, you know, people with high or hypersenses, you know, hypersensitivity, you know, you get too much information. And I was there, you know, your brain is getting too much info because your senses are clear. It's basically a good sign if you can do that. If you can alter all these informations which are coming straight into your nervous system, into your brain. You know, your brain is a microchip. Whoa. Digga, ich hab Uni. So what, you know, what are we actually trying to figure out? Urine therapy, alchemy, Falun Gong. You know, these are personal interests of myself, but more so, these concepts have value for society. These concepts have value for the world. These concepts have value for the consciousness. Because this is what we are. We are our own consciousness. So why not study that more? Why not study more the consciousness? And you know what is a good sign? Good sign is when you are a bit nervous before you present yourself. And you also have these aspects of falling into something. I was like, oh shit, you know, what I figured out and what I have writing down on these presentations, you know, do the other people get me? Or is it like, it doesn't make sense? Is it garbage what I present? You know, I was literally putting that. Is it garbage or usable content? I mean, that's on you. My melatonin magic is enhanced by the melatonin tablets. Because it's happening all in your mind anyways, not in your word. But to get people closer to that, we have to write more. We have to write literally more. Not type, but write. And this will also solve a lot of, problems with third world countries that we rip out because we want to have their energy. We have to use it for our batteries. We have to use it for the soil, for the oil, but all these things are internal. If you are into urine therapy, Shivambukalpa, alchemy, things like that. But many people don't really get that, Many people don't get, like, hey, this is all a show. And you're the entertainer. The clown. And a clown is sometimes sad, but now the clown is actually very much awake and aware of what he has done. University of Hamburg, we keep doing this, yeah. Shift done owl. Like the Owls United are, supporting me. In the Ph.D. You have a brilliant mind. But these workings are happening because of, like I said, Falun Gong, Falun Dafa, Good things. Supportive angels like Lika. She was literally carrying me through this weekend. And I'm thankful for that, I'm thankful for this experience. Because I thought I was alone, I thought I was this lone wolf in university trying to study himself. It's like, what are we really doing here? It's about the community, the community that you form. It's about the contacts that you have, Yeah, so I'm happy. I'm good, it was a great experience, and keep doing it, keep doing University of Hamburg. Doing the master. Do your alchemy. Yeah. It's all great. It's all good. It's all good. So, yeah. We talk about different things and different ideas. Write more things down. Do the flip chart, Do the overhead projector. Who's using an overhead projector? I was thinking, if I would be a PhD, I would use the overhead projector. Why? Because you write things down with your hand, which are then projected onto the wall. It's like graffiti. That's what graffiti is. That's what bombing is. Bombing. You're like, you're a terrorist. No, I'm a ninja, and I give you your bombs, which are, if they explode, they will build flowers onto you. Isn't that magical? Yes, it is. So, yeah, I'm happy, dude, man. I'm happy. I'm really happy to do that. It's all a shit show, but it's entertaining. And you get this dopamine release once you really work long term for things, and I get that from the weekend. And I'm like, okay, it was definitely worth it, this block seminar. Friday, I was Friday working, going to the seminar until the evening. Saturday, waking up early. Oh no, I was driving home Friday, still working on my presentation. Then Saturday, I was waking up early, going straight to university, studying there. Going back home in the evening, was still doing my presentation. And then on Sunday, waking up early, going to university, presenting this nice, really good presentation about consciousness. And yeah, now I'm here, done with this process. With this little process for the master, but it's a big step for me. So sharpshooters, we do some family work, and yeah, so this is what this video is about. I hope you liked it. We might roll another one, and yeah, we keep going, keep floating through the universe, up into the Milky Way. So yeah, wish you all the best. Thank you. Like I said, thank you, Professor Barov. Thank you, Lika, for supporting me. I mean, this is an honor. It's all me, but it's all you. So we keep doing it. All right. So all the best. Done.